Hey, what's up guys, it's Vinnie here, and welcome to this weird video. So anyway guys, those of you who follow me on Twitter will know that the other day I mentioned that I had the hankering to read some books, and I thought, hey, what's the point of me getting back into reading, you know, starting to educate myself a little bit more when I'm not sharing it with anybody. So today guys, I am going to be sharing that with you. So basically, I'm starting a thing here on Homeschooled Nerd Plays. I think I'm going to call it Vinnie's Literature Club. I mean, it only makes sense. So basically, what this is going to be is every month we're going to read through 3 books and attempt to better ourselves through reading. I don't know what else to say. That's the whole point. So yeah, if you guys would like to join along with me, you can do so. So basically, I have 3 books picked out. Let me know in the comments what books you guys would like for next month, and I will consider them. I have like an entire reading list though, so forgive me if I don't get to any suggestions for a while, because yeah, I've got a lot that I would rather go through. So yeah, basically, first Wednesday of every month, I will release a video saying what I thought of the books, and you guys can let me know what you thought of the books if you read them, and then we'll pick another 3 books and go through those in the next month. So yeah, this will be fun. So basically, here are the books we have for this month. First off, number 1, since it is March Mario Mayhem going on, I thought it would be fun to read Super Mario: How Nintendo Conquered America. It's basically a history of Nintendo, and how you know how their consoles came out and how they kind of changed the world through their games. So I've read part of it before. It seemed really good. I don't know if it'll be good. I hope so. It's actually one of Luke's books, so that's why I decided to go through it. And the other books I don't actually have the physical versions for. I'm gonna try to get the physical versions to like those better. But for starting out, I didn't want to just dump that much money. You know, getting books. I don't know if I'll keep that. Maybe I'll quit it. Maybe I won't even read any at all. I don't know. Reading is hard for me. Reading is hard work. That's actually why I'm doing it though, is just because I've discovered that it's because I spend so much time on the computer doing editing, video stuff, playing games. I'm kind of almost developed like an ADHD of sorts, like an attention deficit, to where I can't stay focused on stuff for very long. I can't hold still very long. So I'm hoping that this will kind of help with that. So anyway, let me just go ahead and get these, man. So here, the next 2 books I have are actually on my phone on Apple Books. The first one is The Not So Wild West, an American experiment in anarcho-capitalism. So the title and the cover are not very appealing, but this book I thought was interesting. It was recommended by Kevin McCreary. He does the podcast, The NOOB, which is a podcast for content creators, as well as a free market podcast called Who Would Build the Roads, which I've been listening to a lot. It's where I get a lot of my foundations for what I think about social stuff. So if I have some weird opinions, you guys are like, Ray, I don't get it. You seem like you're a right-wing person, and yet you act all liberal about certain issues. What's going on? The truth is, I'm somewhere in the middle, because I prefer to be free from parties. That was weird. So yeah, I've already started reading this one, and it seemed really interesting. I don't know. Obviously, no one would have to agree with it. I probably don't agree with it 100%. It's basically just a deep dive into the look of the question of how was law and order really maintained during the days of the Old West, when we didn't have a whole bunch of cops and we didn't have the po-po, you know, able to protect and serve, so to speak. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting look at it. Not the typical, oh, out in the Wild West you had to be the fastest drawer, you were the fastest dead. It's all there is to it. But the truth is a lot different from that. I've come to find, according to this anyway. So I'm interested to see what he has to say, as well as seeing if I can't find any more evidence that might support this, because that kind of thing is really interesting. You know, it probably, maybe I'm all wrong here. I'm sorry for any of my liberal or right-wing friends. I'm ruining everything here. But you know, I always like finding solutions to problems that don't involve, you know, coercion, stealing, killing people. That's always good. Last but not least, the 3rd book that I'm going to be reading this month is Evidence of Harm. Mercury and Vaccines and the Autism Epidemic, a Medical Controversy. So this one is by David Kirby. It's kind of a more neutral book. This was an issue that I haven't even ever covered. I mentioned it once in an episode of Vincent's. I believe it was the episode. Was it the one about Bill Nye? Okay, it was either God's Not Dead or Bill Nye Science Guy. Oh, it was God's Not Dead Gets a Reality Check. Yeah, I vaguely mentioned it, and I got all kinds of, like, there was a long 26 reply on this one thing of people just kind of arguing about it. And honestly, it really got me thinking, because I liked how we kind of covered in that video, because I didn't really give any opinion on it. I was just like, hey, I was basically posing the question, is it okay to pose questions, these kind of things. And the funny thing that always hits me is that, is how close to home this hits people, this particular issue. And I kind of realized I have no room to speak on this, because I've never done any research, and obviously reading one book is not research, but it's a start. And if I find enough, I may do a Vincent's episode about it. It's hard to say, because my content has kind of shifted away from that, to where I don't do that as much. I don't dive into controversial topics. Not necessarily I don't dive into them, because obviously I still do, especially like with the Chick Tracks video. But I do it for more comedic approach. And vaccines and the whole autism epidemic, it's super sad thing when this happens. And I get like people being like, oh, you can't blame vaccines because they're a good thing, and maybe in cases they are. I don't know. But yeah, this book is it's kind of a nice, just general look at it, saying, hey, is this causing it? Let's look at the evidence. Let's do that and not draw a conclusion. Let's just, let's not choose sides before we've looked at the evidence. Which I liked about it. This is another one that I've started reading but haven't gotten very far into, because like I said, I'm not very good at reading. So yeah, I guess if you guys want, you can pick up these books and we can read through them together. And I'll see you at the first Wednesday of April. It's next month, yeah. And we will discuss these books, and you guys can let me know what you thought of them, as well as be sure to let me know in the comments of this video what books you would like me to read through, or you would recommend us going through here on Vinnie's Literature Club. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna go read now. Well, not now. I'm actually gonna edit. Then I'm gonna work on I'm gonna try to work on an hour a week set aside, as well as just in the evening. It's my current plan. Hopefully I'll be able to get through them. If not, I'm gonna have to be like, okay, I gotta get more time. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna do twice a week, Wednesday evening and Sunday evening. Just have an hour set aside to read then. And yeah, then whatever time I have in the evening where I'm just relaxing. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this series. I'm kind of looking forward to it. This kind of idea just kind of hit me, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Like I'm not even thinking about this. I just did it. So yeah, hopefully it turned out okay. Bye bye.